Hi everyone, I am making a video for Worksheet 4 because a lot of people struggled on a couple of really important concepts on this worksheet. I've taken the sequence that you had on your worksheet and changed it up so that you can go through and do this on your own as well on the worksheet. So I'm just going to review really quick for number one, although most people did really well on this, but as you can see with this chart, you can find the amino acid that correlates to the nucleotide the three nucleotide group that you're presented with in the coding sequence for amino acids here. So the nucleotide coding sequence. So just to quickly review, the first one is U. So you go up to U, first letter right here, and then you go to the A as the second letter. So that brings you over here. And then we have UAU up here, which is tyrosine. And sorry for my really bad writing. It's hard to write on the computer. So this one's going to be tyrosine. And so you can do that for the rest of those. Everyone did really well on that. So I'm not going to do all of them. But the next questions, people did pretty well on these. A couple about the following ones about the point mutations. So that's what I want to point out, the difference between point mutations and insertions and deletions, or INDELs, which was the part of the last couple questions of this worksheet. So just to go over really quickly, let's take this CUA to do as a point mutation, just as we're to review. So we do C as the first letter, U as the second letter, and A, so that makes it leucine. So I know this is leucine as CUA. But if we have a point mutation that causes the A to switch to, like, say, a U or a C, that's going to remain the same, right? So this is going to, CUC is also going to be leucine. Now, the point I want to make that's super important is that this here is a point mutation of the letter A. That A, the nucleotide A, will switch to C in this point mutation example, and it replaces it. Nothing is inserted or deleted in this example. It just changes what's already there. And oftentimes that might even be the same amino acid that is produced, because if the last letter is changed, it's usually still the same in the same group, right? So everyone did pretty well on that, but the difference between indels and point mutations is that you either have an insertion of a nucleotide, so we say A here, or a deletion where you can delete, these two are just gone. So what's going to happen to the sequence when we insert this A? It's going to be pretty drastic in how it changes. So we have, I wanted to paste it. All right, so we're going to insert an A here. I'm just going to make that red so that we know this is where the change happens. And then we're going to then group all of these in threes. Oh, come on. Okay, just had to fix something really quick there. So we have this insertion of A right here. This is going to change the entire sequence after that insertion, because it's going to change the way it groups. Okay, So let's look at this. This sequence is completely changed. We go from CCC to ACC, CUA to CCU, ACG to AAC, UCG to GUC, etc. So this has a huge impact on the protein that's going to be produced. It may insert, for example, a stop codon. It may, so that may stop the production early, or it just might produce crazy different amino acids, and that could possibly stop the function of the protein, excuse me. So similarly, in this example, if we delete these two letters, I'm just going to put a strike through them so that we know that they were deleted. But so those are deleted. And then again, everything after it in the sequence is changed, is shifted. All right, so we deleted these two. I'm just going to delete this right now. So now we go from CGG to UCG, GGD to GGC, etc., etc. So this is an important concept for you to get. We do not, when we do an insertion and deletion, do something like this, where we would just take this complete 3-letter nucleotide code and change it, for example, again to threonine, and then we have what, 3 threonines in a row. This is not an indel, okay? All right, so based on what we just talked about, which one has a greater impact on changing the trait that it's coding for, the nucleotides are coding for, when we have a deletion or an insertion or a point mutation? So the point mutation might even just stay the same amino acid, so might not affect the production of the protein as a whole at all, or the trait even, whereas indels are going to change everything after them. Even if they're at the end, they could cause a lot of problems. So think about how you would answer this question. Another really important thing I would like everyone to do is to answer the questions fully. A lot of people are, like for these questions, we're just like, yeah, deletion would change the code. I don't know if you understand the question. So you need to put in the example as the question asks specifically, what happens to the amino acid sequence? You need to put this all in, or at least several of them, so that I know you're understanding everything. And if you don't understand something with the worksheets, please come to my office hours or Dr. Purcell's office hours so that we can help you. Everyone struggles with this kind of stuff. I struggled with this kind of stuff when I started learning it. So do not feel shy to come and ask us anything. We will help you no matter what kind of questions you have. All right.